back to Community Real Estate Talk Show. Really excited. I've got Jeremy on the line. He's going to give us a scoop on what's happening in the new construction market in Spokane. Let's patch him through right now.
How are you doing?
Hey, Jeremy, how are you?
Really good. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for taking some time. I know you're busy over there. I appreciate you calling in and kind of give us the scoop how things are going over there.
Absolutely.
So how is the real estate market treating you guys?
It's good. You know, we've as Seattle's seen it too. We've seen some really great recovery over the last 18 to 20 months. That you know we're starting. The economy's coming back, and people are starting to. The biggest thing, as you're noticing too, is just buyer confidence. You know, so people are coming a little bit more prepared and a little bit more excited to purchase homes. So.
Jeremy, can you give us your background on real estate? I know you did a lot of resale for a little while, and you've moved into the new construction world. Can you give us an idea on that?
Yeah, so my background is I got into real estate because of architecture. You know, I love people, but love the architecture and the different ways, you know, roads are built, homes are built, that whole thing. So I've been in real estate since I got out of college in 2006. Have been in the Spokane, Washington market here since that time, and have kind of focused at least half my business since then on new construction, running different developments for different builders, and have recently, in the last year and a half, 2 years here, become a specific new home specialist. So all I do now is run developments for a company called Greenstone Homes, one of the largest builders in the Spokane Coeur d'Alene area. So now all I do is focus on development of communities and new construction homes, residential homes.
Jeremy, what's the difference in the buyer profile between someone that's buying new construction and someone that's buying resale?
Typically, it's a little more educated of a buyer. They've done their background checks. They've gone through and checked out a lot of builders, and they come quite a bit more prepared. They have much stronger questions as far as how to move forward and what the building process is. But I would say the new construction world is always a little bit higher price point because of different building costs and everything else. So typically it is going to be more of an educated buyer, like I said, but oftentimes a second or third round buyer, just because of price points and developments and sizes of homes. But a lot of times it is a second time buyer that has gone through this process before, either with a resale or new construction in the past.
Listeners just joining us, we've got Jeremy Nichols on the line. He's with Greenstone Homes, and he's just kind of educating us on the new construction market over in Spokane. Jeremy, how is the market kind of performing in terms of new construction? Is it a lot more new construction sales over there than it is resale, or is it pretty much a hybrid?
Yeah, it's an interesting and exciting kind of market for that. I work in a development in a community. The town's called Liberty Lake, so it's predominantly newer homes. The town was acquired in 2001, so a lot of the homes are built from the 1980s on. But what new construction kind of has an advantage with this, and in combination with the kind of recent recession we've been through, is floor plan. Right, that's a big thing of why a lot of people are going with new construction, is because now the new trends are the wider, more open great room concepts. The new architecture style. So a lot of the homes that we're competing with in the resale world are 10 to 15 years old because of, over the last 6 years, the equity that people have, and, it hasn't allowed them to sell their homes. So that's been a kind of exciting thing to watch over the last 6 months, I'd say, as people are starting to get more confidence in their equity in the resale world. So it's allowing us a little more competition because those homes now have a little bit more equity to try to sell. So, which is a good thing. I think you need competition in order to for buyers to get a confidence level that they're seeing everything they need to see before pulling the trigger. So, I think a little competition helps everybody.
Jeremy, in Seattle, we're seeing a lot of the modern home look, and we're seeing a lot of outdoor fireplaces. Are you guys kind of outdoor living spaces? Is that getting incorporated a lot over there in Spokane?
It isn't yet, and I think that's simply a comeback off this recession. I mean, from what I know, you guys have come off quite a bit stronger. We were late to get in and soft to get in. We didn't get affected as much as some of the bigger markets, so we're still kind of crawling out of it. But this area over here, isn't the price point that kind of demands those luxury items. We're still about square footage and kind of more that traditional craftsman feel. We don't do a whole lot of the modern. We're kind of these bedroom communities where they kind of expect that larger square foot footprint with 3, 4, 5 bedrooms, and then kind of just a comfortable traditional setup. So the luxury price point doesn't where we're at doesn't necessarily call out for some of those upgraded options you're talking about, those outdoor living styles and that kind of thing.
Jeremy, we had the economist on a couple months ago, and he said that in our area of King County, kind of South Seattle, the land values almost doubled year over year. Are you guys seeing prices of land just take off and really increase over there, or is it still pretty affordable?
No, there's so much lot inventory that came about from a lot of bankrupt developers and that kind of thing from 2008, 2009 that right now I'd say the lots are coming back on. The nice lots that we do have are coming back at probably closer to a 50% increase. They are coming back because outside of controversy to what I just said as far as that luxury item, but the people with money, the economy is coming back. So some of the upper end price points with the luxury views and some of those nicer amenity lots are starting to creep up a lot faster just because that buyer pool has the resources to acquire that. But on the builder lot, the stuff that I specialize in, we got a lot of land out here, so things have been pretty steady. But it's when you get up into that upper echelon price point is when they have the luxury items such as the view lots and those kind of things are coming back on as a higher demand, where 4 years ago you could get those for really cheap.
Jeremy, we've got a lot of cookie cutter new construction lots over here. We're just running out of land, and some of these are under 5,000 square foot lots. Are you guys finding over there the buyer profile wants a larger lot for the new construction, or how are you guys doing that?
Yeah. I mean, compared to some of these other bigger markets, Spokane has people move to this area for a little bit more space, a little bit less expensive lifestyle, right? So we get a lot of people transferring up from Arizona, California, different places that they can retire and they can do it comfortably, or they can start their life comfortably in the first process. But as far as that goes, they're still expecting a little bit of space. So I think in the developments that I run, the least square footage of a lot is going to be about 7,500, going up towards more that 9,000 square foot. So we're not focusing on real large, but our land value is quite a bit less than what you guys got over there. So we're able to provide the 50, 60 foot wide lots that can accommodate some of these bigger footprints still. So we don't have. It just comes down to land value that we're able to sneak in a little bit more square footage for these buyers.
And what are your thoughts? What kind of advice would you give to people that are thinking about buying new construction right now? What would help them?
It's all about value. Is where do you see value? I tell everyone that you can go down the road and buy the home that's 20 years old, and you'll probably get an extra few hundred square footage just because that home was built at a different time and lumber was less and everything else. So if you're looking for square footage, possibly that's not new construction. But if you're looking for something that's going to have lasting value, as far as the code changes are coming up again here in Washington State for electrical in 2 weeks. So those things constantly come up and provide more. The state restrictions continue to back these buyers and make sure that we're building homes with high quality, the most amount of energy efficiency we can put in a home, the more insulation month after month after month, and better siding and all these products. So if you're looking for something that's got lasting value, it's new construction. It's just tough to beat with the energy efficiency and the new floor plans and the new up-to-date, this and that. So it's a really nice way to get into a home that you understand isn't going to have all the effects that a lot of resale does, as far as the electrical being bad or the plumbing being bad and leaking. So you're buying something that has a good warranty and has some lasting value. But one of the biggest things, Tyler, is why to buy new construction over in this area. Greenstone Homes specializes in these massive master plan communities. So the community that I run, that I'm sitting at today, actually, is 1,000 acres, 4 miles of river frontage. So we're building these extravagant communities with 6 different major parks, access to the trail system. So we're providing something that resale can't provide, because we're building these internal amenities within the community. So a lot of these new construction developments that we're doing is all about the community. So I tell people you're buying a fantastic home. We build a great product, but new construction can provide these beautiful master plan communities.
Jeremy, are you guys seeing a lot of pre-sales? Are the people buying pre-sales, or is there any standing inventory with the builder that's sitting, or is it all just getting swooped up pretty quickly?
Yeah, and I think that's a trend that's going to be happening over the last couple years. We were probably more 70% pre-sale, and I think that really has to do with price points. We've increased over the last 18, probably closer to 12 months, we've increased 20%, which is a pretty big jump for us. But and I think that's absolutely going to affect the buyer pool that we have, because people are going to expect to move in right away. They can guarantee their loans. The loan rates don't change, that kind of thing. So a lot of things are volatile right now, and people want to move in right away. So this year we're experiencing more of a 50-50, and I think that number will continue to spread as prices go up, as interest rates become more volatile. People are going to get excited about some moving in now, as opposed to looking in the future 6 months. So that's it's going to be a trend that continues. So we're committed over here to building a lot of inventory. So it doesn't like if our inventory is gone before it's finished, but that's something that can expedite the process for buyers.
And price changes over the last year. Are you seeing new construction have more appreciation, kind of like we're seeing over here, than the resale?
Yeah, it's not necessarily appreciation. It's the margins. They're obviously spreading out a little bit, which is good for everybody. But what we're finding is these codes are now changing up, because the states are understanding. Some of these builders can afford it, but a lot of it is all these subcontractors are due for their increase in pay. Over the last 5 years, as you guys have probably seen over there, a lot of subcontractors are working for little dollars. So now, everybody's coming up back. So it just costs more to build new construction. The different codes, the different product type, the labor is sparse over the years. They found different trades to do. So, it'll everything's going to kind of steady out. But a lot of what we've seen over the last 12 months is kind of internal costs that are raising prices.
Let's talk about Spokane. Obviously, the affordability level's good over there. And when I think of Spokane, I think it's not too far from Pullman. Go Cougs. And but also, you just got a ton of beautiful lakes over there. What's it like living over there?
It's really outdoorsy. It's a really calm atmosphere. It's pretty slow-paced life. We got I don't know what the statistic is. I think we got a lake every 4 miles. They're just everywhere. There's trails, mountains. You can see a mountain from every location in Spokane. It's just a really nice bedroom community that has that slow pace of life. But with that, you get the cost of living. So you can get a lot more square footage and a lot more home over here than you can in those bigger cities like what you're working in.
Jeremy, time for one more quick question. What advice do you give to people out there that are sitting on the fence thinking about buying? What would you tell them right now?
It depends on the buyer. Is what's going to get their work best for them. But a lot of it is showing people what interest rates were 12 months ago. Is showing what the price points were 12 months ago, and where those are going. With the way the market's going, not just in Spokane but everywhere in the nation, is things are creeping up. The job economy is getting better. So lumber is going to keep going up, and our price point is still going to go up. And we've tripled our sales over the last couple of years. So supply and demand, and so things are just things are going to continue going up. So you get off the fence, and you're going to be happy you did.
Awesome, Jeremy. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to call in. I'm glad things are going good up there, and I hope I catch you soon, man.
Yeah, good to talk to you. Hope you're doing great.
All right, Jeremy. We'll talk to you soon. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs, man.
All right, bye.
Later, bud. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to give it to our producer. You're listening to Tacoma's Conversation Station, Clay 1180 AM. I'm Tyler Freed.